You are listening to How to Get Over Your Ex, episode number 234, Getting Out of Your Head After Your Breakup. Welcome to How to Get Over Your Ex, a podcast on getting over your ex without it just taking time. I'm your host, Breakup Coach Dorothy. Let's turn your pain into power and your heartbreak into happy. Welcome, Braveheart. I'm so excited you're here to listen to the How to Get Over Your Ex podcast. This is the Netflix of breakups, short, powerful, and actionable episodes that help you along your breakup journey. If you're interested in a more hands-on approach, I'd love to invite you to check out our free on-demand video training called How to Fast Forward Getting Over Your Ex Without Wasting Months or Years Feeling Jealous, Angry, or Unlovable. You'll learn how to stop letting your ex live rent-free in your mind, even if you want to get back together later, how to absolutely be sure that your life will be better than the one that you had with your ex post-breakup without it taking time, and lastly, the secret to feeling completely neutral about your ex without having to go no contact. Grab it for free at breakupcoachdorothy.com. Let's begin the episode. Hello, beautiful brave hearts. I have a little bit of a different kind of episode today. Today is going to be more of a meditation. You can do this walking, you can do this sitting down. I was just recognizing a theme inside of the Get Over Your Ex program with a lot of my clients who were obviously very eager to dive into thought work, reduce desire, reduce attachment. But there's something to be said about your body and needing to put your body and your nervous system first. And one of the best ways that I love to do this is through the inner voice, as well as body work like acupuncture, cranial sacral, Reiki, yoga, Thai massage, or just any sort of massage, really just working with your body and calming your nervous system down to a point where you have the ability and the capacity to actually do the thought work. It's almost impossible to do thought work in a way that allows you to shift when you are in a fight or flight, freeze kind of experience, when your body and your nervous system is heightened and spinning and in, I'm going to die mode. So I think it's really powerful to do that body work. I also find it very powerful to do inner voice work. So inner voice, the term comes from Bella Lively. She used to go by Jessie Lively. I am inner voice facilitator certified. But I have really used the inner voice work to integrate with my clients in kind of two realms. Really, again, feeling your feelings and allowing emotions and getting your body and yourself to a state of calm to even be able to look at your thoughts and then do belief-based work. I also use the inner voice a lot when it comes to decision making and learning how to make decisions that are in alignment with you and the most authentic version of yourself, and making sure that you're making decisions for you and not other people. So today's episode, you're getting a snippet of a coaching call that we did on Saturday, I think of last week. And well, when you listen to it, won't be as of last week, but it was a Saturday coaching call that we had. And I went ahead and I kind of, did a little mini lesson about inner voice, which we have inside of the content of Get Over Your Ex. But then I also went in and we just did a meditation to really start off the coaching call so that the coaching throughout the call landed. I'm not including coaching for confidentiality reasons, obviously. However, you do get the meditation piece of that because it was just me speaking. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you love it. I'm going to insert that piece here. And then at the end, I have a little bit more to say about it. But just before you get started on this episode, please know it's a little bit different than what you're used to. Allow yourself to be in a place where you can either sit and close your eyes or walk in nature, or however you consume meditation the best. Allow yourself space and time to do that. So we're going to talk about the inner voice today because it is such a huge topic. It's such a huge, important component when it comes to getting over your ex, building your bigger and better life, and all of that. And I think that a lot of us have been very much in our head. very much in our mind. And we've been doing a lot of thought work. We're looking at our thoughts, we're becoming aware of our thoughts. But what I think is really, really important is to remember that there's almost like two different voices. And we have our inner voice, which is like our inner being. I like to call it my inner alien. It's that inner self, your intuition, that kind of gut, it could come in the form of a gut knowing. It can also really depend on your human design and how you are designed to, make decisions, your authority. But I think what's really important is to remember that we should be tapping into this inner voice, that inner knowing, because the inner voice is something that it knows way more than what your mind knows. And so when you find yourself searching for a lot of answers outside of yourself, I want you to instead take a moment and reflect inwards and ask your inner voice, ask your intuition, that inner being, that inner knowing, AKA your inner alien, because that part of you has lived many lives. That part of you has a background, a wealth of knowledge that your mind just doesn't have any insight to. And it's so powerful and it's so amazing. And in your workbook, I don't remember what page it's on. I don't have my workbook at my desk right now. But in your workbook, there is a page that outlines specifically the different voices so that you know, is this the voice of the mind or is this the voice of the inner voice? The mind is typically harsh. It is all or nothing thinking, very black and white. It likes to put things in buckets. It can be dramatic, urgent, fearful, mean, condescending, whereas your inner voice is never afraid. There's no fear from your inner voice. It's always love. It's all knowing. It's not fearful. It very much, there's no urgency. It's calm. It's patient. There's no timeline. The inner voice is very kind and patient and loving. Um, and I really like to make sure that you're connecting to that on a consistent basis. And that's why at the beginning of the program, I talk a lot about meditation and getting into a meditative practice and really checking in with yourself every day in that way. And one of those ways, of course, is meditation, but you don't even have to go that deep to be able to access your inner voice. All of us have access to the inner voice at some point in our life. Maybe it's like a wiggle or a nudge or just like I don't know if you guys have ever had those experiences where you're like, ooh, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Or like, ooh, I'm glad I did that. I had that kind of like inkling or that inner knowing or that nudge or that pull or that draw to something. And you did it and you're like, ooh, that was it. And you can practice accessing your inner voice with small things like figuring out like what to wear today, what cup of coffee to get, what mug to use, what to order at a restaurant. You can access your inner voice for small things like that and start playing with your relationship with your inner voice and connecting through it that way. But it's also really powerful to use it in a lot of deeper ways. And one of those, I talk about it specifically within the program when we're talking about feeling your feelings. We talk about using your inner voice to emotionally process emotions and to use your inner voice and tap into your inner voice specifically around decision making and making these like difficult decisions or decisions that feel pressing or like they're weighing on you. Um, so you can use it for those things too, but also, and almost more importantly, a lot of the written coaching that I'm seeing, a lot of the coaching that I'm seeing come up as patterns here, or if you feel like you're getting coached on the same thing over and over again, I want you to start accessing your inner voice. I want you to start asking the questions that you have either of me or of the world or of yourself or of your ex even, I want you to start turning those questions around and asking your inner voice and tapping into your inner voice. So today, I want to take the first couple of minutes here and I want to do almost like a group inner voice session. I want you to take a moment and I want all of you to close your eyes. I want you to get comfy. I don't care if that's in your bed, in your car, on the couch, at your table. I don't care where that is. But I want you to just take a moment, grab a blanket if you want, get comfy. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to start bringing your awareness to the last place you heard your inner voice. This could be your stomach, your gut, your heart, your elbow, or your toenail. I don't care where it is, but bring your attention to the last place you heard, felt, or saw your inner voice. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a lot of really big, exaggerated exhales. Of course, you're going to inhale, but I really want us to focus on that exhale. And I don't want you to judge yourself for any of the noises that you make. It doesn't have to be rhythmic. We're not in a yoga class today. I really want you to learn how to exhale. And the reason why is when we hold our breath or when we breathe in and we're holding our breath, that is the mind holding on to our attention. It is the mind spinning. When we exhale, we blow thoughts away. We can blow those thoughts away and it allows the inner voice to come in. A lot of times you'll feel and notice and experience and hear from your inner voice when you're exhaling versus when you're inhaling or holding your breath. So we're just going to start with a couple of deep breaths. I want you to think about maybe you're on a cloud somewhere. Let's just say that you're on a cloud. It's a beautiful sunny day. You can feel the sun on your face. I want you to go ahead and as you exhale, we're going to take maybe like 3 or 4 exhales here. And with each exhale, I want you to imagine yourself floating down. And as we're floating down, we're not floating down to earth. We're actually just floating down to another cloud. But the deeper we get into these clouds, the more calm it is, the more sunlight there is, the less turbulence there is. There's no wind. With every exhale, you get calmer and calmer. Remember, your exhales can be audible. Maybe you sigh it out. And you're floating further and further down until you hit your next cloud shelf. And as you hit this next cloud shelf, what you're really doing is you're laying down. You're completely sprawled out. You have all the room. You can rest every muscle in your body. You can rest your arm. You can rest your stomach, your tongue. Every part of your body can let go of the grip. As we continue to audibly exhale like that, I want you to take a moment and I want you to place your awareness in your body where the last place you heard your inner voice was. It can be your gut, it can be your heart, it can be your throat. Maybe it's your elbow, your toenail, your foot. Wherever you felt that intuition, wherever you heard that intuition, wherever you saw that intuition, I want you to place your awareness on that part of your body and exhale. We're going to give the mind an amazing assignment. The mind can now just take a break. The mind can say, oh my gosh, I'm off duty. I'm out of office. I'm on PTO. The mind steps up, walks out of your body. There's a lazy river nearby. The mind can walk over to that lazy river. She grabs a cocktail. She sits in her inner tube. She begins to float away. The mind carries all of her thoughts with her, all of her worries, all of her fears. They're going around the lazy river together, knowing that they're out of office and everything's being taken care of. We're going to go ahead and we're going to exhale, exhale, exhale here. And all that's left on this cloud shelf is our body, our loosened muscles, and our intuition, our inner voice, our inner alien, our inner being, and the inner knowing. And we're going to simply ask 2 questions. And we want to allow the inner voice to come through. Inner voice, am I safe? Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inner voice, am I loved? Exhale, exhale, exhale. It's okay if a lot of emotion comes through. It's okay if you just feel light and comfortable. All of it's welcomed. All of it's welcomed and allowed and available. As we place our awareness on that part of our body where we last heard our intuition, and we continue to exhale, inner voice, what do you have to say about my breakup, about my situation, about my divorce? Exhale, exhale, exhale. What does it mean to you? Allow whatever to drop in. Maybe it's a word, maybe it's a visual. Let that calm, all-knowing being drop in, come through, provide a message. And maybe you're just sitting in the awareness or the essence of your inner being, which is extraordinarily different than the mind. Whatever's happening is welcomed. Whatever's taking place is exactly the message I need. We're going to exhale, exhale, exhale. Inner voice, is everything going to be okay? Exhale, exhale, exhale. If there's any emotion that comes up, be there with it. Hold it. Allow it to come through. Allow it to be embraced. Inner voice, is my future going to be okay? Continue those exhales. Allow yourself to sit in the presence of the inner voice, all-knowing, inner being, intuition, inner alien. Inner voice, am I taken care of? Am I loved? Am I supported? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As we continue to exhale, I want you to allow yourself, your body to just rest. We're going to we're going to invite the mind back slowly, peacefully. If you feel like staying in this state, you're more than welcome to. If you feel like coming back, you're more than welcome to. We can allow the peaceful mind to come back, the mind who's just been on vacation, who's allowed to just relax. Mind can come back and sit in your head, act as your brain. We'll begin to float up to our original cloud shelf. And as we float up, we get lighter and lighter and lighter. We continue to exhale. When you feel comfortable, you're welcome to flutter your eyes open. Continue to exhale. Beautiful. All right. So that was the inner voice meditation that we did that day. We have a lot of different emotional clearing sessions and things like that throughout the Get Over Your Ex program. However, I just wanted to share that one with you because I felt like so many of my clients are really struggling with just being in their head all the time, being in their mind all the time, and really trying to thought work their way out of something that their body wasn't ready to thought work itself out of. So I hope you feel like you are in a completely different place right now. I feel like I just really hope that that was impactful for you and that allowed your nervous system to calm down. This is a tool that you can come back to time and time again. So feel free to use this meditation as many times as you need. Send it to a friend you think would really benefit from it. I want you to be able to feel open to using this as many times as you need. All right, my brave hearts, I love you so much, and I will talk to you next time. If you're loving the How to Get Over Your Ex podcast and you'd like to learn how to fast forward getting over your ex without spending months or years feeling angry, jealous, or unlovable, I would love to personally invite you to participate in our free on-demand video training, where we share 3 mind-blowing moments that will forever change your experience with your breakup or divorce. Come check it out at breakupcoachdorothy.com.